You built a real store with real products people want, and you sell a lot of it on Amazon. But this year, Amazon changed when you actually get your money. Its DD+7 policy now holds the funds from an order until 7 days after it is delivered. And that sits on top of the normal payout cycle you already wait through. The result is that a chunk of the revenue you earn is frozen exactly when you need it to buy more stock. In this video, I show you how I protect a store's cash flow so DD+7 stops choking your ability to grow. First, understand what really changed. Before, your money moved to available not long after an order left the warehouse. Under DD+7, the funds for an order do not become available until 7 days after it is confirmed delivered. Stack that on the standard cycle. And a lot of sellers now wait somewhere between 14 and 27 days from the sale to money in the bank, and merchant-fulfilled sellers on slower delivery can wait longer still. New sellers who already sit under a reserve feel it worst. Nothing about your sales changed. The timing of your cash did, and timing is the whole game in a product business. Second, why this hurts most the faster you grow. If you sell more each week, more of your money is always inside the frozen window, so growth itself widens the gap you have to cover. Miss a restock because the cash is stuck, and you do not just lose those sales, you can lose the search ranking that took months to earn, and a competitor takes the slot. Plenty of sellers cover the gap with a loan or a card, and the interest quietly eats the margin they worked so hard to protect. A frozen week of revenue turns a healthy store into one that feels broke on paper while the dashboard looks great. The first fix is to stop guessing and map your real payout timing. Pull your statements and separate what is deferred from what is actually available, so you can see the true date each order turns into spendable cash, not the date you made the sale. Once you can see that timeline, you plan purchasing against money you can really touch, instead of money that only exists in your sales report. This one view ends the nasty surprise of logging in to reorder and finding the balance locked. You cannot manage a cash gap you have never actually measured. The second fix is to build a buffer that matches the frozen window and change how you reorder. Instead of one big purchase that drains the account the day it clears, stagger smaller reorders so your outgoing cash lines up with the funds actually arriving. Hold a reserve big enough to cover a full frozen cycle so a slow payout never stops you restocking a winner. And order your best sellers earlier than feels necessary, because the cost of running out of a top product is always higher than the cost of holding it a few extra days. Smooth the timing and DD+7 becomes an annoyance instead of an emergency. The third fix is the one that actually shrinks how much you depend on Amazon's timing. On your own store, the money from a sale lands in days, not weeks, because you are not waiting on a marketplace to release it. So let Amazon do what it is good at, discovery, and bring the repeat purchase home. Put an insert in every box that gives a real reason to reorder on your own site, capture the email, and the second sale pays out fast and keeps the full margin. Every buyer you move to your store is a buyer whose cash is not frozen for a week and whose relationship you finally own instead of rent. The fourth fix is to stop letting one marketplace control when you get paid at all. Add a second channel, your own store, another marketplace, or wholesale, so a single policy change can never freeze most of your cash again. If you want me to map exactly how long your money is really locked up and where the gap is, I run a 72-hour audit for $497 and hand you the timeline. If you want me to build the payout forecast and the own store funnel that pulls repeat buyers off the marketplace, I do that in a 14-day sprint that starts at $3,500. Comment the word cash if your Amazon payouts feel slower this year, and subscribe, because next week I take a real store and rebuild its cash flow start to finish.